The face-off between the ED and Mamata government escalated sharply in Supreme Court today, with the latest episode playing out before the top court as both sides sort of locked horns. And now Supreme Court has come out with its order, issuing a notice to the TMC government asking them to respond within 2 weeks on the ED's plea to hand over probe to the CBI. Now, what does this basically mean? All the 3 FIRs of the West Bengal cops shall be stayed till the 3rd of February. That's when the Supreme Court will pick up the matter next. But it was a heated exchange between the two sides. ED accused Mamata of committing an offence amounting to theft, questioning what she was hiding, that she had to barge into the ongoing raid that happened at the IPAC office, and the ruckus at the High Court as well. Hearing of the case was planned by TMC's legal cell, they said. Didi's lawyers, on the other hand, hit back, saying that she was at the High Court for only 15 minutes and rejected claims of any ruckus. They also accused the ED, in fact, in return, of acting with malified intent, and said that the agency knew that IPAC housed all the election data, all the election material, and all the blueprint of how TMC was going to fight this election, which was the real target of the ED. Now, India Today, meanwhile, accessed the chat cited by EC, where TMC's legal team circulated a message for assembling at the Calcutta High Court. And remember, on 9th of Jan is when the matter will be heard next.
Whenever in a non-BJP state, central agency will interfere with the political party just before election, that is also not good. Correct? Similarly, if the central agency works and the state agency interferes, that is also not good. So maintaining this cooperative federalism is not the duty only of the state, it is also duty of the central government. Right? There were 2 parties there. You have to accept the 2 parts. They have said court scam case, correct. We don't have anything to say. 2,700, we have nothing to. They have given the list of dates. Last evidence which has been taken by them in this statement is 21st February 2024. Thereafter, he was sleeping altogether. Now, when the election is forthcoming, then he was jumping upon. ED is jumping upon. That is also the question, ना?
जो ईडी अफसर हैं, जो कानून के हिसाब से अपना कार्य कर रहे हैं, उनके खिलाफ एफआईआर दर्ज कर दी थी ममता बनर्जी की सरकार ने। सो पहला बिंदु, ये कानूनी जोर का तमाचा है उस मुख्यमंत्री को जो समझती है वो संविधान से ऊपर है। सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने, किसी और ने नहीं, सर्वोच्च न्यायालय ने उन सभी एफआईआर पे रोक लगा दी है।
All right, joining me next is Shrishti Ojha, my colleague who was inside the court when that entire proceeding took place. Shrishti, we've got those graphics running on the screen for our viewers on what court said to both the sides. But the funny part about this proceeding, at least today's, has been that both parties have come out to say that, see, the Supreme Court sided with us. You know, TMC is saying, see, they've said this. BJP is saying, see, they spoke in our favor. You were inside the court. What exactly was the sentiment?
Well, Sonal, I don't think any part of today's hearing went in favor of the TMC. Yes, it's true that the Supreme Court in its order did acknowledge the fact that no central agency has the right to interfere in anyone's election-related duties. But what followed that statement becomes very crucial, because the court says one very serious question that comes up in this particular case, in a situation like this, is if a central agency wants to investigate a serious offence in any state in a bona fide manner, can you take the shield of political party or political party activities, or even the shield of state enforcement agencies like the state police, to obstruct them from doing so? If we see the entire order, the main operative portion of the order, it is in line with most of the arguments which were made by the Enforcement Directorate before the court today. They defended their decision to come to Supreme Court, even though their case is already pending before the Calcutta High Court, and for that they referred to this particular WhatsApp chat that we had had run for our viewers on our screen earlier today that we had accessed to make a point that it was the TMC supporters, in fact, the TMC legal cell, which had tried to hijack the Calcutta High Court proceedings by sending across messages on WhatsApp and asking people to gather, which resulted in overcrowding in the High Court courtroom, and therefore the proceedings were adjourned. So the Supreme Court today even agreed with the ED on that aspect and said that if this is what happens in one High Court, today it's happening before Calcutta High Court, tomorrow if nothing's done, it can happen in any other High Court as well. As far as ED's allegations about a pattern in West Bengal, ED said that there's been a pattern in cases like this, especially in state of West Bengal, where any time the central agency wants to investigate a case, be it ED or CBI, they want to investigate a serious offence, any scam, there's a certain resistance that comes from the side of the state authorities, the West Bengal CM, the West Bengal police, every time where dharnas are held, and basically an attempt is made to obstruct the investigation process. The top court today has in a way also agreed with that, because they have very clearly said that the issue that they want to now examine further in this case is very serious. The issue, according to them, which is serious, is investigation by central agencies and interference by state agencies. So basically, if we try to sum the hearing up, the effect of the final order in this case in the hearing won't have an effect on the political face-off in West Bengal, but also in other states, especially where the ruling party in the state is not the same as that in the center.
Got it. Shrishti, thanks so much for bringing us up to speed with that. It was a fiery day in court, we see, but one that is not getting over. We'll keep a track on that story and that case as it develops.